This is the official, once secret, military situation map showing This official situation map indicates how massive the invasion forces were. The large troop buildup begins. Remember all the stateside camps that were training replacements because of the incredible losses on the beaches.
I'm Walter Cronkite. This is the story of the greatest mechanized army of World War II. The army called Lucky, and of its legendary leader, the general called Old Blood and Guts. The army, the American Third. The leader, General George S. Patton.
This is a Nazi flag mailed home by Gumps. Now begins the story of Gumps K Rifle Company, 1st Infantry Platoon, 3rd Battalion, 11th Infantry Regiment, 5th Division, 12th Corps of General George S. Patton's 3rd Army.
Following is proof that the 5th Division has carried on the great tradition of its predecessors, and has demonstrated its ability to fight and win. To the brave and skillful men of all ranks and grades who made possible this story of success, I wish to express my deep admiration, affection, and respect. There are no finer soldiers in the world today.
Under the command of Lieutenant General George S. Patton, Jr., the Third Army participated in 8 major operations and gave new meaning to a hard-charging, hard-hitting, mobile warfare. The Third Army's swift and tenacious drive into and through France, Belgium, Luxembourg, Germany, Czechoslovakia, and Austria contributed immeasurably to the destruction of the Nazi war machine of Adolf Hitler's Germany. The 5th Division showed the military art and science of how to kill Germans, capture high ground and force river crossings, a story of the infinite courage and sacrifice and fighting ability of the infantry. To maintain a pace of 50 to 90 miles a day, the infantry regiments dropped their kitchens and all but bare essential in storage, and fought and traveled for 25 days on K rations, as it was necessary to use the kitchens and supply trucks to transport troops. In spearheading the Third Army's eastward drive during August, the 5th Infantry outsped the armored divisions. Its advance was a triumph of improvisation, of organic division transportation, of quick and aggressive battle action in wiping out organized German resistance, and of bold daring, in striking through the German army regardless of the danger to exposed flanks and rear. In its drive, the 5th was always the farthest east in combat strength, fighting its way quickly past organized German groups in river crossings of the Main, Eure, Seine, Marne, Meuse, and in September, the bloody, muddy, Moselle. So the U.S. begins its massive march east. On July 25, 1944, the Allied forces fighting in Normandy were able to begin the offensive to break out of Normandy and carry to the German frontier. Where was PFC Carbone, Gumps? Crossing the ocean in a troop carrier similar to these. The caption on this picture reads, "A bit crowded, but these soldiers don't seem to mind." Standee bunks, sometimes 8 tiers high, were used instead of hammocks on most of the larger troop ships. Troops ready to deploy. Here is a picture of a soldier writing his last letter home from stateside. On July 25th, this change of address was received at home. It shows a date stamp with a P.O. box number. The Army uses a P.O. box numbers for overseas deployment.
From another source, the following: the Third Army became operational in August 1944, just as Gumps was joining it. The entire Third Army is introduced to combat together. Remember, again, this drive east is against constant enemy defenses. The regiment gets decimated. As this booklet states, the 5th Division became the spearhead of the southern column of the Third Army forces that was to sweep entirely across France during the month of August.